some basic toilets, which again can be used either for residential or commercial.
What I will do is I'll show you what the numbers look like today using the updated numbers through myapp.property. The market value based on what the bank has told us they value the property at is 11 million, meaning we got a 4 million rand discount to market value. The transfer fees were only 50,000 rand because we didn't buy the property. We bought the shares in the PTY, and the renovations are only 50,000 rand because the building is in pristine condition. And then we've applied a 940,000 rand sourcing fee. That's for my partner and I's time and effort for putting this deal together. Now, to finance this property, we put in zero of our own money, right? The bank was willing to loan us 70% to the offer price, meaning they were going to loan us 4.9 million at a 15% interest rate over 15 years, giving us a monthly bond repayment of 68,500. For the rest of the cost, the rest of the deposit and the renovations and transfer fees, we refinanced two other buildings that we had already bought at auction 2 years ago, and we use that to pay off the deposit. So we effectively have no new money in this deal. Now, in summary, this deal is a high performer with a 27.5% internal rate of return, which is just out of this world, that you won't be able to get in the residential space very easily. But because this is commercial, has a fantastic gross yield, and we bought it at a massive discount, that kind of return is possible. This property was financed with private finance. I've got 5 partners in this deal, all contributing different amounts of capital, and depending on how much capital they've contributed, they have a share in the company. Now, if you want to get exposure to these kind of deals and you don't want to do it alone, consider joining my partnership program. That's where I take my money, your money, a few other people, we pull it together, and we use our capital to go and buy an investment. And I do all the work. I find the deal, I manage the property, I make sure it's maintained, I do any evictions if needed, and you get a good return on your money. Currently, the minimum buy-in to get into this partnership is 500,000 Rand. I would love to make this more accessible and affordable, but right now, from an administrative perspective, I can't be taking on thousands of partners. So I've had to restrict the buy-in to a certain amount. If you want to know more, hit me up on my website. The link is in the comments.